Oh boy, proud of our guys. We got back in character today. I've never considered missing shots the decision whether you play well or not play well. I thought we played well. I thought we just kept missing some shots. I thought sometimes we missed some shots, whether it be free throws, open threes, in between shots, and it kind of would break our spirit for a couple possessions, and then that would break us down defensively. But for the most part, our enthusiasm, our playing to our identity was back in place, and that's what mattered today. It wasn't about making shots; it's about playing our kind of basketball. And I thought we weren't great, but I thought we played more to who we are.
Frank, offensively, were you pleased with the ball movement, especially late in the second half? It seemed like there was a lot of standing around sometimes and then shooting some threes that might have been good looks, but they didn't go down.
That's what happens when you don't make shots. Nobody wants to pull the trigger, and the other team's in the zone. And guys got open shots. I mean, people zoned us a lot up until 2 weeks ago. You didn't see guys hesitating against zone before. Now, we didn't shoot it well last game, but that's, like I said, that last game is one of these. So we're not dealing with it. We took good shots today, and we didn't make them. And then I thought we got a little hesitant. But coming down the stretch, we needed baskets because we couldn't get a stop, and we continued to get baskets. And I thought our offense today was good. I didn't think it was bad. I just think we missed shots.
To that point about character, after the Alabama loss, I've obviously Sin said it might have been a good eye-opener for the team. How nice was it seeing him to respond and to not get back to thinking about last year in that area?
That's why experience is so valuable. It's you got guys that understand that it's a long season. Sindarius, Michael, they've become the heartbeat of our team. They weren't very good on the two practices leading into Alabama with their mouths or, their enthusiasm, with their disciplines. So the rest of the team kind of followed. And we took our medicine. Conversely, first second of practice on Thursday, Sindarius and Mike were off the charts. And all the young guys were running around with big lower lips and head down, shoulders kind of shrugged. And Mike, Mendalgas, Dwayne, Justin Mackey, Sin, they had an enthusiasm for we're getting back to who we are here. This is not happening again. And as Thursday evolved, everyone else started getting better. And then yesterday we were real good in practice. And that's why I said when we play well, we play extremely hard and we compete. Rebounding, 41-26. Free throws, 33. That's who we are. Alabama, we got out-rebounded and we shot 17 free throws, five or six of which happened in the last 3 minutes of the game. We needed to get back to who we are, and we did that today.
Frank, with Stroh out, and then PJ having some foul issues, did you kind of want to do point guard by committee instead of maybe having one guy out there to just handle the ball?
No, PJ's our point guard, and Sindarius has played point for us. What we did the last 2 days is we got Dwayne ready if we needed to go to a third point guard. We got Dwayne ready because I really don't give Dwayne any reps in practice at the point for no reason other than our rotations this deep in the year, kind of what they are, and I want to simplify things for guys so they can be the best at what they're doing. But the last 2 days, Dwayne got nothing but point guard reps. I'm not saying that's why he missed shots today, but he had a different role in practice for 2 days. I thought Stroh was going to be able to play today, but I don't know. We lead the free world in concussions. It's unbelievable how many concussions we've had more concussions in my 4 years here than I've been around in 3 years in basketball. It's unbelievable.
Was the concussion?
Maybe I need a concussion so I understand what they are.
Was that from the Alabama game, or was that something that happened?
No, that's that. I don't know. Our guys get hit in the face and they bleed, and it's always a common foul. I just think that's hilarious. But that's that elbow he took that cut his forehead wide open. Then yesterday, right before practice, he just didn't feel good, and it had nothing to do with a headache. It was kind of some of those symptoms. So not yesterday, the day after the Alabama game. So he, Mark put him through all the tests, and I understand, man. If somebody is going to risk, they don't need to play. Stroh wanted to play, but it's not the right thing to do. And hopefully he'll go through another round of testing tomorrow, and depending on how he does there, it'll determine what the situation is for Tuesday.
Frank, how much did you emphasize rebounding in practice the last couple of days, and what do you think of the results of it today?
Yeah, I'm not real smart. It took me 10 years to get a college degree. It takes me a little while to figure stuff out. But when your guys, your family, the people that you work with, when things get out of character, you got to go back to who you are. And if you look at our practice plan, it said rebounding drills for 2 days, and we did that. And I'm encouraged with the offensive rebounding. I'm discouraged with our defensive rebounding coming down the stretch. We got to do a better job of rebounding on the defensive end of the floor, because Missouri, they shot it real well today. So there weren't a lot of defensive rebounds. I know they only got 5 offensive rebounds, but that's not a telltale sign. There were a lot of rebounds that needed to be clean, and we couldn't get them clean. They'd be bobbled around, and somebody would get it over in the corner somewhere. We got to clean up our defensive rebounding, but that was an emphasis the last 2 days. Our defense, which obviously you saw how we guarded to start the game, couldn't sustain, but that's okay. But I thought we played real hard, and then we rebounded.
What'd you think of Wes Clark tonight? We had asked him a little bit earlier about his injury last year and coming back into this building and just the performance he put on tonight against you guys.
Well, I tell you this, he loves kicking our tail. He was playing his tail off last year and just killing us here in this building. And I remember I was the first guy to him when he dislocated his elbow, and it was gruesome. And he's a real tough kid. He's a good player, real tough kid. They came off a game. See, they got a bunch of freshmen. I told their coaches, their team reminds me of us 2 years ago. They've got a bunch of young kids that play real hard, but they don't understand yet that day-to-day thing, and they know their team. I don't, but that's what I'm seeing from them. I think they're so much better now than they were back in November. I watch film on them in November, watch them now, and it's a completely different basketball team. They just got beat by Arkansas after playing real well first couple conference games, and Arkansas beat them pretty good at Missouri. And Wes Clark does what seniors do. That elbow still bothers him. He's not, 100%. But he came out and he played like a guy that's like, you know what, we're not playing like this again. And they give him credit. He not only did he make shots, it's just not that, he controlled the game. When the ball was in his hands, good things usually happened. Our ball screen defense from our center is not very good right now. And teams watch film. So guess what? They put him in a ball screen every single play, and when that happens, we usually are getting burned. That has to get a lot better. But give Wes a lot of credit. He led their team and made some big-time shots. Some of them were our mistakes, but some of them were some hard shots that he had the courage to jump up and make. Yep. Yeah, man.